This is Papa Grande here with King's Brand TV, and today we're going to make CBD infused chicken enchiladas. All right, so we're going to start off with the King's Brand CBD infused olive oil, as you can see right there. And in my hand, I have a measurer, and one end is 1 ounce and the other end is half an ounce. But we're going to use 1.5 ounces of this CBD infused olive oil, and we're going to coat all of these vegetables. I have tomatoes, onion. I have, what is that? The whole clove, the whole thing of garlic, and jalapenos. So we're going to coat all of that. I cannot think of what that is right now. A whole bulk of garlic. That's what we're going to do. And so we're going to coat these, and then we're going to put them in an oven for about 20 minutes. I just want them to kind of just get roasted a little bit. Doesn't have to be in there too long. So yeah, make sure everything is covered. And right now, here we go. Put it in the oven, 350 for 20 minutes. Now we have our chilies that we're going to do, and we're going to make homemade enchilada sauce. We want to make sure that we can make everything homemade. So we have 3 or 4 ancho chilies and the other chilies, 6 to 7. I get guajillo chilies. Okay. And so we have those from your local store, wherever you get your chilies from. If it's a farmer's market or wherever, we use HEB here in Texas. So what we're going to do is cut these stems off, and I'm going to put it in the silver bowl. I'm going to let the seeds come out, and then we're going to wash them and just try to hydrate them just a little bit. Then we will boil them. But make sure you please wash your chilies. You don't know where they have been. They could have been on the ground or anything. Came from the ground. All right, so you see that? All chilies there. So we've rinsed them, washed them, and now they're in at least 6 cups of water. And we're going to bring that to a boil. And we're going to boil them for 15 minutes until they are hydrated. And we have brought this to a boil. We have taken our vegetables out of the oven. Have a little roast on them. Not that much. Just need them just soft. So now we're going to put all of the chilies into a blender. All right, don't burn yourself. Then after the chilies, we're going to put those roasted vegetables that we had in the oven in there. So all of the onions, all the tomatoes, all the jalapenos. We're not going to put the roasted garlic in there, even though you're going to see me put it in there. We're not going to put it in there. We're going to save that for later. You'll see what we'll use that for. Take that out. Good job. All right, we're putting all that in there, and then we're going to add some of that boiling water that we use to boil those chilies. We want to fill up the blender at least halfway. Be careful, it is hot. So we're going to fill that up halfway. All right. So now let's put this on the blender. So we're going to start pulsating and then open up the vent. Please make sure that you open up your top so that it can ventilate, because it is hot and you don't want it to explode on you. So you see I'm opening it up. Let that steam out. And then we're going to pulsate it again, and then on low, and then we're going to leave it open. It's a little full, but open it, we're secure. All right. Make sure you ventilate. Make sure you open your blender. You have everything. That's how you don't want it to explode on you. Ta-da. Let it breathe. All right, so this has been going for 1 minute, but we're going to blend it twice. Okay, we want to do it twice. So close that, put it on low again. Wait for it to level out, and then here we go again. So we blended it twice, 1 minute each. Then after it stops, we are going to pour it into our strainer and strain out all of the big pieces, all of the skin, all of the seeds we did not get when we washed. Because you do have onion skin, you have tomato skin, jalapeno skin. So we're just going to strain that and make sure we don't get that. We just want all of that goodness. All of the pureed goodness. So just move back and forth so that the liquid can come through the strainer. We're going to press down, make sure we get all of that liquid. Then we'll scrape all that skin and everything to one side, and then we'll pour the rest. Make sure you get it all. We'll pour the rest of the liquid into the strainer, and we'll repeat the process.
I'm about to switch this shit up.
All right, we're almost finished with that. You're gonna see me get just a little bit of that thickness into the sauce. I'll keep it, that's all right, but you can restrain again if you ever do that. So we're gonna put this to the side, and then we're going to put all of this goodness back into the pot, just the sauce, and we're going to season the sauce now. So we have smoked paprika, garlic powder, sea salt, oregano, chicken bouillon, black pepper, and cumin. I used about a tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half of these ingredients, but season to your taste. And we're going to combine all this into the enchilada sauce, into the chili sauce. We're going to add some heat to that, and now we're going to add a half a tablespoon of the grapeseed oil infused, CBD infused grapeseed oil by the King's brand. And we just want to have CBD in every ounce, every morsel of what we are ingesting. Because once again, we are learning how to microdose and have it in every meal. CBD has to get into your cells, and you have to be consistent with it. So we're going to stir that in. Put that on a medium heat. Now you remember that garlic that I had, I put it back into the oven, and this is ground chicken. And we use the same seasonings we use for the sauce, and then we add garlic. And that's 2 pounds of ground chicken that I have there in my cast iron skillet. And we're just going to mix all that together. Make sure that's combined and cut up. You don't want to get a whole clove of garlic. So now after that's been mixed up, we got our baking dish, and we're going to put some enchilada sauce at the bottom so things don't stick. So we're just going to ladle some sauce in there. It's hot, as you can see. And we're going to coat that whole bottom. We're going to move it around. Make sure every inch is covered. So now let's form our enchiladas. So as you see, I have the tortillas, I have the cheese, and I have the chicken. So I dip the tortilla inside of the enchilada sauce, and then I put a handful of chicken or pinches of chicken in there, and then I put cheese inside of that also. And then we roll it up, and then we'll put it into the pan, into our baking dish. Tortillas are soft, so be careful. 2 hands, and just put it in there. And we'll do more. So once again, we're dipping that tortilla into the hot enchilada sauce. Getting a couple spoonfuls of chicken, of ground chicken. And then a large pinch of that Mexican cheese. Continue this process, and you want them thick inside of there, so close together. You see I put that last one in there. You want it tight, real tight. All right, we're almost finished. All right, we're done. Now we're going to pour some more enchilada sauce on top of that. I didn't make that much, and I had maybe like 16 ounces left, maybe 24, and I saved it and used it and repurposed it. Remember, this is all CBD infused. The chicken was cooked in the grapeseed oil. The enchilada sauce has the grapeseed oil in it also. The vegetables were coated with the CBD. So it is all infused. And then we're going to put the rest of the cheese, or as much cheese as you like, spread it out. And clean up, wipe the sides. You don't want it messy. A little better presentation before you put it in the oven. So this is it. Now we're going to put it in the oven for about 20 minutes on 350, and this is the finished product. You have CBD chicken enchiladas. Let's dig into it and see what it looks like. This is what it looks like on the plate, topped with some green onion and pico de gallo. You can put sour cream or salsa, whatever you want, but these are your CBD chicken enchiladas. And remember, you can get all these products on the King's Brand website at thekingsbrand.square.site. Bye for now.